Welcome to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're joining us today because honestly, we're looking at something completely fascinating. We are going to dive deep into how artificial intelligence is just entirely rewriting the economic rulebook of an industry. Specifically, we're looking directly at the booming world of Chinese microdramas. Think about it. Just a year ago, this world was filled with bustling physical film sets, real actors, complex camera rigs, massive crews running around. And today, the entire set is basically a computer screen. We're going to explore how this massive shift is totally transforming the future of work, literally right before our eyes.
To really understand the scale of this, we kind of need to look at the human level first. Let's start with a really staggering number, 50%. This represents the massive pay cut recently taken by a 39-year-old director named Wang Jin. Now, Wang Jin used to direct traditional productions on physical sets, but now he directs AI-generated characters in these fast-growing microdramas. This technological shift hasn't just changed the physical location of his office, it has literally slashed his monthly income in half. And this instantly establishes the very real, ground-level stakes of what actually happens when AI enters the chat.
And you know what brilliantly illustrates the overall climate of this industry right now? It's how Wang's own friends react to his new reality. When they message him to ask how he's doing, and he tells them what's going on, their response is simply, "At least you still have work." It's incredibly ironic, right? But it's the harsh truth. In today's devastated physical film industry, simply having any job, even if you're sitting entirely alone at a computer for half your old pay, is considered incredibly lucky. Wang's story proves exactly why job losses and pay cuts are the absolute biggest fears for folks facing this new AI wave.
Section 1. The new production math.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Because to truly grasp why reality has changed so drastically, we have to pull back to the macro-level investor economics. Previously, an investor might put up a $3 million budget to produce 10 shows. Now that is a massive financial commitment, and it comes with incredibly high risk. But today, with AI-generated content, companies are operating on a radically cheap $300,000 budget model. This isn't just, a minor cost saving or trimming the fat. This fundamentally alters the entire economic structure of how content is greenlit and created in the first place.
Now, what's really interesting about this breakdown is exactly how this new math plays out across a 10-show strategy. Say you make 10 shows. 5 of them completely flop, just totally tank. That investment is lost. Another 2 shows just break even, zero profit. But then you have 3 hits. Under the old $3 million budget, those 3 hits had to work incredibly hard just to cover the massive losses of the other 7 shows. But under the new $300,000 budget, the initial investment is so tiny that if just 3 shows out of 10 hit it big, they easily recoup the entire investment and generate pure profit. The sheer efficiency of this completely destroys the need for a $3 million budget ever again. If you're an investor looking at these numbers, the choice is pretty obvious.
Section 2. The workload paradox.
So you'd probably think that a cheaper AI-driven production process would mean easier work, right? Well, actually, cheaper AI production results in far more grueling work for the humans left behind. Before AI, Wang Jin used to direct, maybe 1 big show and 3 standard shows over an entire year, and that guaranteed his income. Today, the new economics demand volume. He has to juggle up to 6 AI shows simultaneously. He's literally bouncing between screens, doing one, checking another, reviewing a third. And the real kicker here? He has to grind for 3 solid months in this high-pressure AI environment just to earn what a single month on a traditional physical set used to pay him.
And the work itself? It's entirely different now. It's no longer about talking to human actors to get, a better emotional performance. It's basically gambling. Wang Jin shared this incredibly frustrating anecdote. Step 1, he generates a scene. Step 2, a character walks through a door, but the AI won't make the door close. Step 3, he has to try again and again, tweaking tiny little prompts. Step 4, pure luck. On the 4th try, it magically works, but he has absolutely no idea why. He says a huge part of the job now is just rolling the dice, generating content, and hoping you get a result you're satisfied with. As you can imagine, it completely drains the creative energy right out of directing.
Section 3. The disappearing crew. Look at these roles. Lighting technicians, camera operators, prop masters, entire highly specialized teams of human beings have completely evaporated overnight. In the AI microdrama world, all of these positions, the people who actually built and captured the physical reality of a film set, are just gone. They've been entirely replaced by a single person sitting at a computer, typing out prompts to generate digital equivalents. There's this specific story from the source material that just hits the nail on the head here. A worker who used to be a makeup assistant on physical sets transitioned into the AI world. Today, she helps create AI-generated costumes and environments. These digital building blocks are then passed off to other teams. But she noted that her income plummeted by more than half compared to her old physical set job. But honestly, worse than the pay cut is the psychological toll. On a real set, she felt essential. She was a crucial part of the whole shebang. Now, sitting at a computer generating AI costumes, she feels totally replaceable. Because, as she puts it, anyone can learn to click a mouse and generate a prompt. The pressure is just constant.
Section 4. Do the viewers even care?
Which brings us to the million-dollar question. Do actual viewers mind this massive shift to cheap AI-generated content? Well, here's the harsh truth, straight from the audiences themselves. Plot is greater than human actors. When viewers were asked if they could tell when a drama was AI-generated and if it bothered them, their response, if the story is good, they simply do not care. To the consumer of these microdramas, the plot and the content are really the only things that matter. In fact, some viewers feel that the AI-generated plots are actually richer and better than the live-action ones. And look, if the audience doesn't demand real humans, the investors have absolutely zero incentive to ever go back to that old $3 million budget model.
Which leaves the workers with a very stark choice, captured perfectly by this modern survival mantra: if you can't beat them, join them. The workers in China's film industry realize that sitting at home waiting for the old jobs to come back is a complete death sentence for their careers. Waiting simply means being eliminated from the economy altogether. They know they have to adapt, learn the new AI tools, and just accept the new economic reality, even if they'd much rather be out on a real physical set.
Because what's happening in China's AI drama industry isn't just about microdramas, right? It's like a crystal ball offering us a glimpse into the broader future of work. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought to take away from our explainer today. If AI can step in and slash your specific industry's budgets by 90%, turning million-dollar projects into $1,000 ones, are you prepared to adapt? Are you ready to join them? Take a second to think about how these exact same economics might apply to your own daily work. Thank you so much for joining me to unpack this fascinating topic today, and I'll catch you next time.